Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones, aka Daniel Kuhn, which this may or may not be a Daniel Kuhn video, but it's definitely going to touch on the aspect of the gun community that doesn't really needs to be discussed. GOA, NRA, and Compromise. I want to share something with you guys. Um, before I get into that, not maybe less than 24 hours, maybe less than like 48 hours after what happened, after the tragic event in Vegas, the Wicked Witch of the West, aka Dianne Feinstein, has come out with talking about a bill to ban uh, bump fire bump fire stocks. And then you have the Crypt Keeper, aka Nancy Pelosi, talking about wanting to get into investigating these firearm accessories that that mimic automatic fire. They need to come under stronger regulations, stronger background checks. The whole the whole nonsense they talk about. And you know what, that's to be expected. I'm only 20 years old, but I can say that at least I've learned enough about certain aspects of government that when a tragedy happens, there's always going to be some type of group that jumps at the opportunity, following the Rahm Emanuel's playbook, to take advantage of a bad situation and make things worse by introducing more laws that have been proven to pass and not do anything but hem up good people, because as we know, criminals don't obey the law, and if someone's going to commit murder, what does it matter if they use an illegally modified weapon or a legally modified weapon, or anything for that matter? They're going to do what they want to do. But now we have two groups that I want to talk about: the NRA and the GOA, National Firearms Association, and Gun Owners of America. I have never been a member of the NRA, and I tell you why. Because they have compromised far too many times for me to be comfortable with sitting with membership, with any money for membership. That's right. I learned that during the initially the Clinton assault on the man, that they actually were in support of it. That they didn't fight against it. So you had 10 years of from '94 to 2004 of this nonsense. Really the weapons that they were talked about on this list. We all know they didn't. It was for cosmetic reasons. They didn't do anything to make the firearm more dangerous, more deadly. In fact, they were more ergonomic with certain features: pistol grips, telescoping stocks, forward handguards, heat shields, or the shoulder thing that goes up, as we all are aware of that accessory. And then really the ban wasn't really stopped. It just ended. It ended in 2004, and there really was no push to bring it back. Now we have the Hearing Protection Act, um, getting shelved, and Paul Ryan talking about wanting to it's shelved indefinitely because of the tragedy that happened in Las Vegas, which I mean, it's amazing that, I mean, suppressors would have had no effect in that situation. The guy obviously was wealthy enough to buy suppressors, but he did. Um, and even if he did have suppressors, he would have burnt through a whole bunch of them because they would have gotten destroyed during the gunfire. If you haven't seen what happens to a suppressor after extended periods of firing, check it out on YouTube. There are plenty of videos about it. I've seen it firsthand at a machine gun shoot I went to. A suppressor fell apart on it was a 240 Bravo, and it glue red and just disintegrated. And now there's a statement that was put up by the NRA that they agree that any items that can be placed on a firearm that may, if it's semi-automatic and causes the fire as if it was full automatic, they believe it should be under more restrictions. So that's an aspect of compromise that I don't sit well with. They I'm on Reddit firearms once in a while. I've been on it more often than any other time because of what happened on Sunday, and just looking at a lot of conversations going on, and a lot of people on Reddit are the gun community are pissed. They're pissed off at what is a machine. There's this machine gun rental place in Las Vegas that talks about wanting to keep these restrictions, so keep certain restrictions to keep people from getting firearms that can fire as if they were full auto. Well, they're getting they're getting shitted on for that statement. They're bound to lose some business. On Reddit you hear. I'm pretty sure we're all well aware of the term of a FUD, and there are plenty of FUDs coming out the woodwork talking about they'd be okay with bump fire stocks being banned because they don't use them. First of all, it doesn't matter. I don't have a bump fire stock on any of my firearms. I don't even have SVR. I don't have any. I don't have any sawed-off shotguns. I don't own any suppressors. But I'm not gonna be the one to say that I don't care if they get banned or they get under even tighter regulations because I don't have one. Because I learned not to give in to people like that, and the NRA should have learned that a long time ago. The people on the other side of the gun issue, they hate gun owners' guts. They hate the fact that that we have access to so many firearms, albeit a lot of them are watered down because National Firearms Act of 1934, the Gun Control Act of 1968, the Hugh Amendment that was placed in the Firearm Owners Protection Act of 1986, and so on and so forth. We could. I wish we would have had more access to machine guns. I would love to have a grease gun. I love the M3A1 grease gun. I think it's a wonderful piece of machinery. But over time, compromises have been made, and gun owners have not gotten anything in return. And now the NRA is talking about, compromising with this, that we should allow a bill made that bans or tightly controls bump fire stocks to get what in return. And I remember someone was saying that gun owners are getting acting erratic because they're playing the short game. The NRA is playing the long game. The NRA is not playing the long game. They're just kissing ass. They're waiting at the table. And I read this, and it was funny. I read this in a book that was about the NRA, about some of the controversial things it was involved in. And it says that they work so hard to get a seat at the table of government, but they work hard to get fed dog food. They're not getting anything in return, which in the end shafts gun owners. Which is why I never joined the NRA, and if that's the direction that they want to go in, I don't ever see myself joining the NRA ever, because they give in too much. They give into a crowd that does not like them. Why are you compromising with a group that hates your guts? You should be doing all you can to piss them off, and rightfully so, because they're just and people on the people. Now let's talk about people on the fence. People on the fence, because there have been people on Reddit that have asked questions about, they openly admitted saying that they are they're left leaning or they're liberal, but they don't understand these aspects of firearm ownership, and so they want to learn more, which I can appreciate that. If you genuinely want to learn more about why many gun owners do not want to compromise on AR-15s, AK variants, HK rifles, things of that nature, standard magazine capacity, not high capacity magazines. Why they do not want to compromise on that? It's good for us because that shows that we can actually educate other people. But when we have a group like the NRA that's willing to talk all this talk about firearms and freedom, but still wanting to give in to these demands from a group that's highly irrational. They don't care about the fact that people have gotten killed by a madman. They only care about the fact that these tools are out there and that the public has access to them, and they don't like that. Makes you wonder what would they do if the public didn't have firearms? What kind of sick, twisted things would they have planned for the American public? So because of that, I won't join that. I will never join the NRA. If you have joined the NRA and you're seeing all this unfold in front of you, I'm sorry. But that's the evidence that's out there. They have done really. Ask yourself, what have they done to really uh, make any gains for gun owners in terms of um, pulling things off of the NFA list, in terms of making, or getting rid of the Hugh Amendment, you know? What have they done? What have they done in relations to those things? I can appreciate the firearm education, but if they say they stand for the second, truly stand for the Second Amendment um, and what it means to the country, what gains have we made on that front? Now, the GOA. I am a member of the Gun Owners of America. I'd say I've been a member for about 3 years. Sometimes I'll pay my membership a bit late. It's only $20. But yeah, I've been a member of Gun Owners of America for quite some time, because they made it clear in their mission statement, we are the non-compromise group. They don't compromise on any aspect of firearm ownership, of any aspect of the Second Amendment. They stand for people being able to own what firearms they want to own. They stand for firearm owners to be treated with dignity and to be trusted. And they, I think Larry Pratt. He's someone who's a member of Gun Owners of America, and he's in the news every once in a while. I watched a program with him on the Larry Elder Show, his radio show, talking about what happened in Vegas, and no gun laws prevented that. The guy had a clean guy. He's never been in trouble with the law. He purchased all his firearms legally, as far as we know, and this happened. So to say that we need more laws, we need more restrictions, is a bunch of nonsense. Because obviously, if someone's going to commit murder, why would they care about this one more law? If I'm not mistaken, the law against murder is practically written in stone. But I would suggest, if you haven't checked out Gun Owners of America, check them out. And once I get I think it's like a bi-monthly newsletter in the mail, just talking about the different things that are happening in the U.S. government. And I think they're a good group. They're a group I can say that if their job is to piss off the right people, then why not support them? Please tell me what you think. Will you continue to be a member of the NRA, holding out for hope? If you do, it looks bleak, but share your thoughts, share your opinions about the matter. Will you be canceling your NRA membership? Will you be joining the GOA? Please share your thoughts. I'd like to see if you guys think on the matter. If you any new members, any new viewers on my channel, I encourage you to check out my older videos and look for new videos to come. If you want to make us a donation to the channel, just go to my homepage on YouTube and look for the Give Up That Cheese button and make a donation to my PayPal account to contribute to new projects. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them. Well, that's my video. GOA, NRA, and Compromise. I'm Edward Jones, aka Daniel Kuhn, and you guys take care.